Welcome to the 2023 to 2024 FDS channel update. I didn't do one last year, but I did do one for the 2021 to 2022 changeover. So I thought I should maybe pick it up again because I have a lot more subscribers and I'm doing a lot more that includes other people that aren't me. So I thought might want to do that. Also, I know that because I'm doing so many different things, some people just know me from a particular part of the channel. You might not know about the other stuff I'm doing. So I thought it would be a good idea to talk about everything I'm doing and what I've been doing and what I will be doing next year, because you might be interested. So let's go. Real quick, I'll talk about 2022. It was a great year. I moved into the studio. I got everything set up. In the beginning of 2022, we spent the month of January basically getting this space set up and ready to go, and I've been loving it. It's been great. I've been enjoying it. In 2023, I did update it a little bit, and in the process kind of hamstrung myself a little bit. I'll get into that in a minute. This has been a great space. I really enjoy working in this space. Obviously, I would like to move to a bigger space at a certain point. 2022 was a great year. It ended a little weird. I had some personal stuff happen that made it a little bit more difficult for me to get content out on a regular basis. At the beginning of 2023, that trend continued a little bit and I started coming back. And then in April of 2023, a lot of stuff started happening. I decided to rearrange some stuff here in the space, and that inadvertently messed up my workflow for making videos. Something that worked very well for me in creating content was having a setup where all I had to do was hit record and go. And I had that even in the first 6-7 months in this space. But then I made a change. I moved my desks around and everything, and it went from just being able to press record to having to do a whole lot more, setting up lights, turning them on, making sure everything was set, making sure my lighting was set. And for somebody with my brain, that was bad. And my output started to drop. This was also around the time that I tried doing the FDS News live, which did not work. That was an experiment that was fun, but it ended up going nowhere. I wasn't able to get the quality of it up to what I needed. And also watching every subsequent stream, less and less live viewers, I realized maybe this is something I can table for the future. And then I also made an agreement with another organization to do news for them, which I am no longer doing for other reasons. You can check out my FDS News episodes for that to find out why. Links will be below, but I started doing a news show for another group, and that took some time away, and so I wasn't putting out videos as often as I would have liked from spring into summer and a little bit into autumn. It was autumn that I did get the kick in the pants to start making content again, and that's when I went to MagicCon Vegas. And I'll say it again, if you have a chance to go to MagicCon, it's near you. It wouldn't be too cost prohibitive for you to get there. If you can swing it, I recommend you do. It is a celebration of magic, and it's just something about it that just energizes me when I go. I went to MagicCon Philly last year. I also went to MagicCon Vegas, and both of them were fantastic experiences. So I highly recommend you go to one if you can. And after I got that kick in the pants to start making content again, we basically are where we are now. As part of that collaboration where I was making news for another group, I did get to meet some folks over at Play EDH, and they've been gracious enough to help me gather stories for FDS MTG News, which now is being produced every week. We drop it on Fridays, and we cover as much news as we possibly can that happens in Magic for that week. Some weeks it's a little slow. We only get 3 to 4 stories. Other weeks we can barely fit it all in. Sometimes we have to cut stuff for time because it's just too much work. I won't be able to get the video out in time. But the Play EDH team has been fantastic. Wanted to give a shout out to them in this video because they have been a huge help to me. So yeah, FDS MTG News is now coming out on a regular basis. I also cut those up into shorts as well and TikToks. So I put them out as shorts and TikToks to reach a larger audience. The review videos, while they slowed down, they never went away. They are now coming out on a more regular basis. I've been able to get a couple out weekly past couple weeks, amazingly, during the holiday, and I plan to continue to do that going forward. It may not be weekly every week, though. I may need to skip a week if I'm doing a more in-depth review. I might take a little bit longer to get the videos out. With those, they come out on Saturdays, but they are released to patrons on Thursdays, and I'll have more details on what you get with the Patreon a little bit later in this video, but I did want to mention that patrons do get the reviews and how-to videos normally released on Saturday on the Thursday before. And I started a new podcast with DM Dingo. We do Beyond the Deck Box, where we talk about pretty much anything that has to do with Magic the Gathering. Usually we talk about a topic that has been relevant in the news lately. Recently, like for example, the most recent episode was about the Hasbro layoffs, which was a story that I talked about in the FDS MTG news from the Friday prior. Those get released on Wednesdays, and we release those as a video on Wednesdays, but I also release those as a podcast. So if you would prefer to listen to that in podcast form, just find it wherever you get your podcast. Just look for Beyond the Deck Box. So that's basically where the channel is now. Working with the folks over at Play EDH on FDS News, getting the reviews out on a more regular basis, and Beyond the Deck Box has been churning out for the past couple months, and we've been enjoying it, having a good time putting that on for you, and we hope you're enjoying it. So we got everything. We've got the long form content, we got the short form content, and we got the mid form content as well. Now, where are we going? Well, obviously, my plan is to stay the course. I will be going to MagicCon Chicago, so I will probably be having some content related to that. As for review and how-to videos, I'm working on a State of the Boulder episode where I talk about the Boulder from Ultimate Guard, which up to now has been my favorite deck box. They have some new boxes that they have released since the last time I talked about the Boulder in depth. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about what I think of it now after a couple of years, and also after some competitors have come on the scene. I want to share that with you as well. So that'll be coming out in January. I had planned to get it out in December, but as many of you know, my plans often are a month or 3 late. I also have some stuff from GameGenic I want to talk about. Got one of their new cards layers out that I'm really excited to talk about. It's definitely something I'm excited to share, so I'm going to be talking about that. Also, coming in January, I expect the Boulder video will be coming out first. I wanted to take a minute in this update video to talk about my Discord. I have an FDS MTG Discord that there is a link below. You are more than welcome to join it. We would love to have you. We have a few active members. They are wonderful folks. I would love to see more people join. I think we're a wonderful space, a safe space for us to collaborate and talk and have fun and talk about stuff. Just, yeah, come join us if you want. There's even going to be a patron only section. That actually brings me to my Patreon. I am revamping my Patreon. I've added a tier that's already there, but what you get with the tiers, I'm changing slightly. I'm not taking anything away from anybody that you haven't already received. I have a $1 tier, a $2 tier, a $10 tier, and a $25 tier. Now, everybody who's a patron gets the following things. You get your name in the video, you get ad-free versions of the review videos and the FDS MTG news videos. I haven't been doing the FDS MTG news videos ad-free just yet. That will start in the new year. That being said, if I do have a sponsorship in the video, that's still going to be there. I'm still going to include that. If you've watched my videos, you know I like to keep sponsorship ads short. What these videos are is these are ad-free that you can view on Patreon. You won't be getting the ads from YouTube. The review and how-to videos you will get 2 days early, like I mentioned earlier. The FDS MTG news I can't put out earlier for patrons. Just by their very nature, I cannot get those out earlier. But as of right now, I can get the review videos and how-to videos out a few days early. And also, all patrons get access to a patron-only section of the Discord, and you also get access to my blog when I remember to update it. Now, the $10 tier gets access to a channel on the Discord where you can suggest a product for me to review, and I will do my best to review that product. And you also will get access to a monthly stream that I will do. I will be streaming either Arena or another game, something like that. If I do extra news stories that I release as extra content, this is where I would do that as well. And then the 25 and above will get an extra video a month that is only for the 25 and up patrons, as well as the opportunity to play a spell table game or a Discord game with me. Not that playing a game with me is something you should be paying for, but if you do want to play a game with me, if you want the privilege to whoop my butt in Commander or Modern or Legacy or whatever, I will have a time set aside once a month for me to play you in a game. So that is my review. That covers everything that I've been doing, what I'm going to be doing, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I wanted to thank each and every one of you. I love doing this. I love making videos. It is what I enjoy most, is making videos and content for you. And the fact that you all have subscribed, you're coming, you're watching these videos and these shorts and these silly things that I do. And I hope that the content that I make is helping you in some way, whether that's keeping you up to date with FDS MTG news, letting you know about a new product that has come out that you might like or enjoy to use. I hope that I can help you in some way. Or even if one of these videos made you laugh, I just hope that I've helped you in some way with this content. And I thank you for watching, subscribing, and if you're a patron, I just, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Hello and welcome to the 2022 to 20, never mind. What year is it? Damn it. Okay. 7 minutes. I recorded 7 minutes with no audio. I had a great blooper too. Damn it. I might include the blooper with the bad audio if it's not too bad. When I would go to a Grand Prix and I would experience a Grand Prix? No. Or the Stanley, though I know Stanley has a Virgin. Stanley doesn't have a Virgin. A version. I know Stanley has a version